So we're at Devon Yacht Club and we've come to rig an Argo. So first thing you do is head over to the club boat shed. The Argo sails are in black bags down here and they should be tied together, main and jib. And if you look on the pipe that's inside, it will tell you which boat it belongs to. Okay, so boat 13137, this is it. You'll also need sail head buoyancy. Here we go. Okay, here we are at the boat, Argo 7. So all you're going to do now is take off the cover. Hopefully you've got a crew to help you to do this. So got the sails lying on the boat. I've put the sail bags under the cover so they don't blow away. And let's have a go at the main first. So as you unroll this, make sure you keep it on the left hand side of the boat because that's where it goes up the track. Okay, now it's tied onto the water pipe at the top, just one knot. Don't take the pipe with you. Now one thing to remember before you hoist the mainsail is you will probably be thinking about fitting masthead buoyancy. So there are 4 little ropes on this buoyancy bag, okay, and all you do is you push them through the small cringles on the sail and do some sort of stopper knot. And there are 4 of those. Now, to raise the mainsail, this is the main halyard, long red rope on the left hand side of the mast. Just loosen that off and let it down gently because it's holding the boom up. Now you remove the end of the halyard from the end of the boom. It's sitting in a plastic V at the end of the boom. Just give it a bit of a tug, you're done. And then of course attach your halyard to the top of the mainsail. Just fold it over, stick it through the cringle, and then the plastic ball comes over and through the loop. All right, bit of a pull just to tighten it, and that's done. Okay, the buoyancy is attached, the halyard is attached. All you do now is slip the top of the sail into the crack, just here, and then pull the halyard enough to take up the slack so it's ready to go. All right, sit that in the cleat and you can leave that until you actually launch. Okay, so the jib is unfurled. Here is the jib halyard, the blue rope on the right hand side of the mast. Just take it out of the cleat and you'll notice it's keeping this part captive against the cleat. So as you release the tension, you can pull this one away as well. All right, make sure your ropes aren't caught up, and you just undo the cleat at the top. This goes on the head of the sail. Okay, so that goes in there. Push the pin through, and then the clip goes on too. All right, and that's done. Let's try the tack. There we go, same system. Now before you do this, just make sure that the furling mechanism is tight. Okay, so you just turn that, you can see the string coming in, and once that goes tight, you're done. Okay, so same as the head of the sail, you just take off the clip, remove the pin, and that's going to go through here. And put the clip back. You may find that by the time you watch this video, we will have replaced these fittings with snap shackles, which will make your job a lot easier. End of the halyard. One more time to check your ropes aren't twisted anywhere, and up it goes. Goes in the cleat and push it down, get a bit of tension on there. Now, to put more tension on, there are two ways. You can either sweat the halyard, so pull it away from the mast, and then with the other hand pull it down again, and you can gain an inch or two each time. Or if you've got your crew handy, they can pull on the forestay, and then you cleat it off. Puts a bit more tension on. Now we're here. As soon as the jib is up and it's tensioned, you probably need to remove the forestay. This one's been beautifully tied up. Now the idea of this is that you don't really want the forestay getting in the way of your sails once you're on the water, especially the spinnaker. So untie all of this. And then once it's free, you bring it round, and there is a V-ring at the bottom of the mast on the front. Just slip it through there and tie it off. It doesn't have to be under any real tension. It's just to keep it out of the way. Right, once the jib is up, you can then furl it. So look under here, find your furling string, the thin blue one, and as you pull it, it furls nicely. Okay, final job for the jib. Jib sheets, just pull one out, make sure it's not tangled up, and that goes straight into the boat, through the fair lead, and just put a decent stopper knot in there, not too close to the end of the rope. Right, I usually just put those in the cleat ready so I know where they are. Same on the other side. Okay, to attach the rudder, it should be stored in the boat. You just pick it up and hang it on the transom. So it's the top pintle first, just touch that in there and just coax it down until you see the spring click out. Because the boats are fairly new, this is quite stiff at the moment, but I think that will wear in. Now once that's done, just give it a double check that the rudder is up and the wing nut is very tight, and then it won't drag on the ground. Just need to check that the bungs are in at the back. So these two half balls, you grab hold of the shock cord inside the boat, pull it forward and hook it on. And then there are two other bungs here, so just put those in loosely. You don't have to press hard, otherwise they're really hard to get out. Okay, the main sheet is removed from the boom when you park the boat, so it can be stored. So you have to re-thread the main sheet each time. So you grab the loose end, and you're working from the back of the boat to the front. So you go through from the back of the first pulley and down. Now you pick up the traveller, that goes through there. Don't pull too much through. Now this time you go through the front of the front pulley to the back, and then as you pull it down again towards the traveller, you have to push it through the block and tie a stopper knot. Just make sure that's nice and tight and pull it up against the block. And that is done. This is what it should look like when you've finished. Final bit on the main sheet is we have put the main sheet through the block and the jammer. Now there is a knot in the rope already which we need you to leave in, because that's a stopper knot, and that should help your boom to stay away from hitting the shrouds if you're on a run. Okay, so we've pulled the boat to the hard. I'm just going to put the mainsail up. The boat is pointed head to wind. Back to the main halyard, take it out of the cleat, and then as you pull the sail up, we've just got to get the top of the sail past the track. So as the batten pockets go past here, they click a little bit. There you go. And then pull. Right to the top, and then you cleat that off. Just put a little bit of tension on. And then the halyard itself, you can coil it. And it goes in a stowage bag on top of the spinnaker chute. Come to the front of the boom, it's the white flecked rope, and you just make sure that that's got lots of slack at the other end of the boom. Come back here, lift the boom up. Here's the outshaul rope, the white one. Grab hold of your sail. You can put the boom on your shoulder sometimes, makes it easier. And then the slug goes in the hole in the track and slide along. So you take the out hole, feed it through the clew, and then back to the V on the end of the boom where the main halyard was earlier, and that pushes in there. Right, making sure it's in really tight. It's a very snug fit just now. Alright, now as soon as that's on there, and you can come back to the front and just tighten that up. Alright, and it cleats just under here. Okay. Downhaul, you pick up the white rope with a stainless steel hook on the end and make sure it's pulled right out, so you've got lots of slack there. Now the slug on the mainsail sits in the track, and you can pull that down a little bit, and then the downhaul hook sits in the D-ring on the mainsail. Take up the tension here, and the slug should still be in the track.